That's right. Between today and May the 20th, the QQQs are going to go down some 10%. I suspect that'll also happen to the Dow and the S&P. But because I have a belly button, I have the right to have an opinion. This is something I was taught at a very young age. Anybody who has a belly button has the right to have an opinion. And that's all this is. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. And what I'm going to do is share with you how I came to that opinion. It all evolved from our stock talk yesterday, that is Friday, when someone said, well, what is the prediction, or what is it, the outlook for the market in the future? And Mark, our swing trading expert, showed us a funnel that shows that as the funnel narrows and then it drops below the lower line, it historically drops a percentage of what it has rised. I'll show you that on my computer, because I believe that we have run up, and I can go back to 2022 and I can show you where it's happened again. And through some extrapolation, I've come up with the 10% drop, because I believe we still have a strong market that is being driven by artificial intelligence and machine learning of the future. But we are going to have a correction, and I want to show you why I believe it is going to be 10%. And I can tell you how long it's going to take in order for it to hit that 10%. And then you, because you have a belly button, you can go into the comments and give me your opinion of my opinion. I'll take you right now to the computer.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, this is my trading views chart. If you want access to this kind of charting, which I think is a must for any investor, there's a discount to it in the description that you can find. What I've done is I've taken something that we talked about just yesterday in our stock talk about how to track stocks and how to predict movements. And you've probably heard that stocks on an upward trend will have higher highs and higher lows. That is to say, these candlesticks will have higher highs and they move up, and they'll have higher lows, which also gives you a trend. But they move within a trend. There's a upward trend both on the higher high and the higher low. But as they get to the point where they're going to turn and correct, a funnel occurs, and the higher lows get closer to the higher highs. And as you can see, starting back here in March of 2020, we had a 96-week run up in the QQQs, which amounted to a 245% run up over 96 weeks. And then the candlesticks dropped below the higher low trend line and dropped. And it dropped for 36 weeks or 38 weeks. And oddly enough, it dropped 38%. Okay, so it came down, and then when it hit its low, which was right there, it then reversed and started more higher highs and higher lows, and then created another funnel, which lasted for 43 weeks, and it went up 145%. Now, as I said, this drop was 38% over 38 weeks, and oddly enough, then proportionately, you can do the mathematics, this dropped 12% over 12 weeks. This is weird, but this is what it shows. 38% drop over a 38-week period. 245% rise over a 96 week, 145 over a 45 week. This proportion holds true. Okay, so now we entered the period starting in roughly August of 2023, where it came down 12%, right, for over 12 weeks, and then turned and went up 120% in 20 weeks. And I don't know that this is an indication, but yes, just this last week, it broke that line tracking the higher lows of the preceding 12 weeks. Now, it may bounce right back up, But if I'm right, and in fact, this is a start down, it's going to drop 10% based on our calculations here over the next 10 weeks. Okay? So that brings us to about May the 20th. So that's my logic. And again, this is my opinion, which is granted to me by God by virtue of me having a belly button. You can have a similar or a conflicting opinion, and I invite you to share it with me. Because what this whole game is all about is figuring out from past history what is likely to happen. We know from past history the market doesn't just go straight up. It goes up and then it corrects. The key is to figure out when it's going to correct. And this may or may not be accurate, but based on going back to 2020, and I could go back further and we could see this same thing. Everybody knows higher highs and higher lows until it turns, and you have lower highs and lower lows until it turns again. And I think there is a turn where it dropped below the higher lows, and there it happened again just this last week. This is a weekly chart. Let's put it on a daily and see what it looks like. Okay, there you have it. There is the line. Now we're looking at a daily chart, and you can see that we can probably tighten this up a bit and bring that down, and we can probably tighten this up a bit, and we can see we just had a candlestick close below the lower lows. Now, what's critical is what happens this week. If it drops again, we're probably going to have my 10% drop, or maybe more. But I think the natural trend is that the market is going to continue to go up. But this will present a buying opportunity. We can look at some very prominent stocks, and we can see that this may have already started. Adobe dropped 14% this last week. Palantir is down 15% from its high. Apple is down 15% from its high, whereas Amazon is only down 3%. ASML is down 11%. Google is down 9%. Intel is down 16%. Meta is down 9%. NVIDIA is down 8%. SMCI is down 9%. And yet then Tesla from its high is down 40, Snowflake is down 34, and Palo Alto Networks is down 24. So this is those are all in the QQQs, and you can see this may be the start of our 10% drop. There it is. There is where I think I need to move that over to there. And that's about where it's going to happen. Somewhere in let's see, I said it's going to be about May, right in there. That's when this should probably trail down to here, and we'll have a 10% correction. That's my opinion. That's all it is. But it's my right, my God-given right. And I want to share that with you. This is what we talk about in our Stock Talk. These are the kind of learnings that we share. And again, I think that it's like I said in the Stock Talk. This is a team sport. It's not just me trying to beat the market. It's me gathering knowledge from other people who bring their learnings and their life experiences and their knowledge and say, hey, that candlestick may just have signaled us the turn that we're all expecting in this market, and maybe these numbers have given us an idea of what that might amount to. So I hope this helps you. I hope this is something you want to be a part of, and you come join our team, because not only do I want you to learn from our tribe, that's what we call it, and get on the bus, but I want you to contribute. I want you to say, hey, this is what I know. I got an email just the other day from a guy. I'm very high on semiconductors and data centers. From one of my tribe members, hey, I work in a data center, and this is what we're seeing, and this is what we're doing, and this is the kind of equipment we're buying, and this is the troubles that we're dealing with. And that's valuable knowledge that you and I we won't see it in the newspaper, we won't see it on CNBC, but if we get a large enough group of people who have a common interest and want to have a good time making money, well, then it's a team sport and it's a good sport. So what you need to do, if you want to be a part of this, is get on the bus. You go to my website, Best of Us Investors. You sign up for the platinum level. You'll find a coupon in the description that will give you a 50% discount for the next 90 days, because I want you to learn, just like I learned at our stock talk, how to create this chart, which gives me an insight as to what might happen in the future. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know, but I will know in 10 weeks. Okay? I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. I just want to help you and me make better investment decisions by sharing our knowledge. Talk to you again, probably tomorrow.